Okay. That should be live. Wonderful. No mai, haramai, and welcome back to another episode of Tales from the Adventurers Guild. Apologies for last week. A matter arose that required my complete attention. With that said, last time, our hero had narrowly avoided an orcish patrol while he was exploring the ducal castle. We now return to the adventure, with Diocrus contemplating his next move. With so many options ahead of him, let's find out where the story will take us on this week's episode. Okay. Make it nice and big. There we go. So, and I apologize for the shortened introduction. I had a lot less time again. Hopefully one of these days I will actually be on time. But until then, this is how it is. So, we were at the guest house. He was about to approach when the orc patrol found him. So we will continue from there and then see where it goes. So you approach this house that looks more well appointed than most of the other buildings in this compound. Apart from the ducal castle, of course. That one. There we are. This turreted house has several windows facing forward, and you move against the buildings to avoid being spotted as you approach. Fortunately, you cannot see any more orcs or goblins patrolling the area. Narrowing your eyes, you focus on the house and find yourself ruminating on Krond Vikork's motives here. Obviously, his troops have seized control of this area, but Krond is himself here, eh? It would help if I could read common properly. Let me try that again. Obviously, his troops have seized control of this area, but is Krond himself here, within the building, or the ducal castle itself? As you are thinking this, you fancy you can see movement coming from within the house. Someone is inside. Trying to snipe them from here, however, will only attract unwanted attention. You need to get closer, possibly inside the house, to do away with them quietly if they are enemies. You reason that there may be hostages in there as well. So we will sneak up to the front door. I actually have my dice ready this time. There we are. And that is 17 plus, oops, wrong way. Plus 4 for his stealth, so a very nice stealth. That is 21, which we will see if that succeeds. Oh dear. Oh dear, come along. I clicked on the wrong part. Where are we? Entries, there we are. 16. There. Staying low and out of sight, you creep towards the house, keeping an eye on the windows. Stealth check was 12, which we absolutely succeeded, so we will go to 234. No. That one. There we go. 16 to 34. There we go. Carefully approaching this little house, which may be some sort of guest house for visiting dignitaries or something similar, you manage to conceal your approach all the way to the front door. As silently as you can, you turn the ornate doorknob, preparing yourself for whatever you find inside. 374. You ease the door open, and to your relief, it doesn't creak. Inside, you see a relatively clean foyer with a wooden floor. There are 3 doors leading off this, one to the left, one to the right, and one to the north. There is also a passage and a stairway, both leading off to the north. So we shall go for the left-hand one. 300. There we are. You move. I do not believe that is correct. Fine. We will go for whatever this one is. You move to the right of the foyer and silently make your way through the door. There is a plushly decorated room with a fireplace and comfortable chairs. And then you see them, a young nobleman and an orc standing guard with a weapon. So we will go to the guest house hostage. Guest house hostage. Okay, so straight into combat. Excellent. The battle map. Allow me a moment. There we are. Where is it? I just have to find it. Nope. Nope. Hold on. Where's the... guest house. Is there a guest house hostage, or is that it? That is it, I believe. There we are. Ah. That one? Yes, that one. So we have a small room. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is 4 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, this is small. And and the door is here. There is another door here. And an NPC here. An orc here. And okay. So we enter. Let me find an adequate orc for us to fight. Again, I do love these paper miniatures. I will show it on there. They are brilliant from Printable Heroes. Highly recommend them if you need a quick miniature. So we will put him in here. And he is there. The white one can be an NPC who will be this one. Just so that I remember where he is and what he's doing. And there is another one going to arrive in a bit, so we will put him off to one side. So we'll put that over there so I don't accidentally use it on my tablet. And yeah, so a moment. Let's just get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Okay, so I only have the two. Ah, I see. You know what? I should draw this entire thing as it appears for me. Otherwise, this will make things rather confusing. So, let's try this again. We have over... We'll put it about here. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. 4 that way. There. And then a hallway like that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1. Oh, so much drawing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Yes, and that is a separate room. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Into there. And then there is a door there for that. A door there for that. A door there for that. And then we have 1, 2, 3. And to the back. And a door there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. There, with the door being... No, that appears to be 3, not 4. The door there. And then we have the hall like that. Coming down to here. And along there. We have the door that I entered. There's window there. And the door appears to be there with one of them open. We'll do that. And then window here. And then the wall there. Yes, excellent. Okay, and so that is 2 there, along to there, down to there, there, and there. There we go. That appears to be all in order. And the door there. Okay. So we have our NPC here, Diacrus entering here, with an orc standing there, and then we have 2 goblins, one. Where's the other goblin? Oh well. Oh, come on. Apologies, this must be incredibly tedious to watch. This is where the professional would cut away to the adverts and come back. And it would all be neatly set up. Fine. And yes, I know these are kobolds, not goblins. Still have not got the correct miniatures. So perhaps this week I shall do that. And now then. And then there are 2 NPCs here. So, place orcs. If you succeed, the orc will be sitting. If you failed, he will be in the foyer. Ah, I see. Interesting. Okay. So, place the tokens for the orc and the goblins. If you succeed on the stealth check, the orc will be sitting in the room. If you failed, he will be in the foyer. For the PC, if you failed, choose a spot in the doorway, or that feels like the wrong way round. So, yes, there will be perfect. Choose a space in the foyer, in the doorway, or the library. Oh, okay, I can choose wherever I go, I see. That, sure. In the second round. Okay. Wonderful. So, let us roll some initiative. We will use the green one for the orc. I have a second blue one. Where's my other blue one? There. The 2 blue ones for the goblins. That one for the orc, and that one for Diacrus. As always. Okay, so Diacrus first gets 13 plus 4, 17. And the orc is initiative plus 3. Ooh. 4. So Diacrus, no, not a P, a D. Excellent. How does that look? Wonderful, you can see everything. Diacrus at 17. Orc at 7. And then the others will come in on the next round. So, with that, let's put that over there. the dice over here. There we go. So Diacrus will be going first. And he will come in, interpose himself between the orc and the NPC, seeing that he clearly needs assistance, and attack 3 times. How is this orc looking? Okay. So 2 attacks with the magical dagger to start with, which, being a monk, is on a d8. So, okay, 2 attacks. Okay, so 15 and an 8 and 4. I believe that will miss. So the 15 hits. 8 and 4, 12. No, their AC is 15. So 15 and 8, that will hit. For 4 and 5. So 9 damage he takes. Off his 26. And then the nick attack, which will still be a d8, but it will only add 1 because he doesn't have anything that lets him add anything. However, oh no, that is 17. Yes, that will definitely hit for another 9 damage. So he comes in, stabbing with his thin blade for a total of 18 damage. The orc is looking very rough, a very bad way. So that is only about an 8 left. So we will make 1 unarmed attack. And we will see, whoopsies, that will definitely hit for 6. So, unfortunately, not enough to deal with the orc. However, that is 24 points of damage he's taken. So he is looking extremely rough. Let us see. I don't think there's anything. The orc will do that first. However, I am way too close. Otherwise, simply use this as this is scimitar. Yep. Don't forget to roll the goblins at the start of round 2. They will try and do goblin-y things. Okay. I'm not entirely sure how they think this looks. Those are the stairs. So are the goblins upstairs? That map doesn't quite make sense. Anyway, I will figure that out. That's fine. So, cunning action. Okay. There's a bonus action move up to its speed towards. No, I think having just come in and absolutely annihilated this orc and being rather surprised, I don't think he would have the wits about him to do anything other than retaliate. So he will make his scimitar attack, which will be a d6. And and it is a d6 plus 3 plus 5 to hit. However, that is a 10, so that will miss. Bonus action, he will disengage. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Heading towards the stairs to get reinforcements. So, start of the round, it is now time to roll in the goblins. A 10 and 11, and they are on the previous page. So they have a +2 to Dex. So Diacrus is still going first. We will make 3 the 10 and 4 the 11. So Goblin 4 is at 13 and Goblin 3 is at 12. And they have a total of 7 hit points. But everyone's AC is 15, so that's nice and easy to remember. Okay. So, they come in. It is now Diacrus's turn, so he shall make his way. Make Marie. Easily. In fact, he will position himself in front of the stairs to make one attack against the orc, hopefully taking him out. Oops. Let's remove the goblin's dice. Definitely that will take him out. Can we see that? Yes, wonderful. So that will take out the orc. He is very much dead. So he is out of initiative. And the goblins, I assume, let me just look at this map for a moment. Oops, wrong. Yeah. So there are the stairs. Where do they go? I assume those are down. No, okay, they simply go up to the next floor. I think it was simply referring to the fact that if you were here, then the goblins wouldn't be able to come up behind you. Excellent. Okay. So that's fine. Alright, so the goblins what will they do? They will probably try to hide, I assume. Don't forget to roll the goblins in. South goblins emerge and attack with scimitars. The second only moves to gain line of sight, and then attacks with a short bow when possible. They will use nimble escape to hide or disengage and move away. Okay. Excellent. So this one will come up to Diacrus, throwing open the door, and I will just put them roughly on the same initiative. This one will move over to here. If we say 5, 10, 25, yes, okay. So, the first one will attack with his scimitar. Again, a d6. Yep, but only +2 this time. That one. Let's take those out of there. Woo! With a +4 to hit, I believe that won't hit. No. Diacrus's AC is 18. So he misses and will use his bonus action to disengage and run away over there, while the second one takes his short bow attack. Also a d6, and that is very much cocked. Let's try that again. You know what? Once more. Okay, he wasn't going to hit. Excellent. And he will... How does the map look? Is there anywhere to hide? Yes. So he will move. So there's a table there, actually. Let's put the table in green. It goes... It's quite a long table. Yes. It goes from there, whoops, up to there. There's the table. There's another one here. And so he will have gone there because there is a box there. So this one is hiding here. This one will attempt to hide over here. And he thinks he is very well hidden at 11. However, Diacris's passive perception is 14, so that's fine. He thinks he's very well hidden. So with that, Diacris will come in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Come dashing around. Well, not dashing because monk. Running around the NPCs to get to the one that tried to attack him with the scimitar. And first attack, the +8 to hit. That is definitely going to hit. However, that dice is very cocked, so we will try that again. Yes, that absolutely disintegrates the goblin. He only had 7 hit points. Moving up, he looks under the table, sees the goblin hiding there, and will do an unarmed strike for his second attack. And that will hit, and that will obliterate the second goblin. So with that, we come down, and we are, if you are victorious, entry 61. Cool. So there we go. That is the fight concluded quite comfortably. So we are back to that. Excellent. 61. The goblins and the orc are dead. You catch your breath and eventually gather both the young male and the 2 females in the other room together in one room. The sitting room by the fire where the orc brigand was located. There you set to work getting as much information as you can from the trio. The young man introduces himself as Maldwin, son of Duke. I do wish they'd have some sensible names with sensible amounts of vowels in them. Will Daggerford. He relates to you that he knows his father is dead, and that his corpse is lying somewhere in the manor castle at the center of this compound. His mother he is not so sure of. The 2 young ladies are the cousins of Maldwin and are visiting from their parents' homestead just south of Daggerford, near the Misty Forest. They tell you that they escaped the first ravages of Kron's forces by hiding in a loft in the nearby stables, and witnessed Kron's departure towards the north gate of Daggerford, or so they thought. From the loft, which had a view out across the town. Crond left quite a few soldiers here, though, and these soon discovered the trio's hiding place and brought them down, detained them within the guest house. Detaining them, again, really should learn to read common properly, shouldn't I? So, you say quietly, now that your father is dead, that would mean you, Meldwin, are the Duke of Daggerford? The young man blinks, regarding you silently. It seems he had yet to consider this. What would your order... What would be your order, your eminence, you ask? You see young Meldwin's jaw harden, his eyes burning with rage. My order would be to any warrior or mage who is able to track down the villain Vicork and make him suffer the most horrible, painful... Meldwin breaks off here. Overcome by emotion, his two cousins go to his side and comfort him, trying to calm him down. You can sympathize with the young man. He has just lost his father, after all, and had the role of Duke thrust upon him. Remain here, your eminence. You tell him, I am tracking Cron Vicork under the order of a council of nobles in Waterdeep. A huge ransom has been offered for Cron's head, and I intend to fulfill that contract. Forces from Waterdeep are mobilized as we speak, and are on their way here. Lock yourself in this house and do not venture out. You have food and water, yes? The four of you explore the house and discover the kitchen to be stocked with a keg of fresh water and enough dry rations for at least a week. The young girls discover the corpse of their governess upstairs and are understandably inconsolable. That should be enough to get you by until the militia gets here. They will rout Cron's forces. Then begins the really hard part, for you anyway. Rebuilding Daggerford, Meldwin says. Exactly, you reply. You make sure that Meldwin and his cousins are well secured within the guest house, and then, after disposing of the bodies of the orcs, you leave the house and emerge out into the compound once more. So, where did we discover... We will... a moment. Let me find the part again. Where was I? 61. Let's go find 61. Oh, wow. That was quite the thing. So, where did we discover that Krond had gone? Towards the north gate of Daggerfoot, they thought. Okay, so it doesn't appear that he is here in this part. Is there a map? Where's the full map of Daggerfoot? Oops. Do go away. I wish to go to the full map of Daggerfoot. Thank you. Daggerfoot. So. Ugh. Northeast, northwest. Okay, so it does appear that he has left this specific area. So, excellent. So we have explored that. Is there anything to be gained by going around the outside? No, simply entering it. Okay. Back to the map. So, that is the guest house finished. Let us move now to the... Whoops. Get rid of all of that. We shall now move, leaving the fortified area in the middle, we will move around behind it to the barracks at the northern end. So that is C4. Wonderful. How are we doing? Excellent. That appeared to take a while. So, another stealth check. There are a lot of orcs floating around. A lot of orc patrols. However, Diacrus is looking reasonably healthy and has means of healing himself as well. So, a stealth check is asked for. 17, that is very much a success. The DC was only 10. So, even when you are some distance from these two long buildings, it is plain to see that they are a hive of activity. Quickly you move, scurrying from tree to tree, boulder to boulder, finding whatever cover you can, attempting to get closer. Around the outside of these buildings, clusters of orcs and goblins are gathered, mock fighting with swords, playing dice, drinking liquor, and generally causing a ruckus. What intelligence can you gain from this rabble, you wonder? Is there anything to be gained? So, I believe that would be a little too much for Diacrus to deal with by himself. He has no magical means of causing mischief. And although he has been doing well at stealth, with so many enemies, he probably would not be confident in his stealthing abilities. So he will tempt fate once more, and go to the final section, which is the ducal castle itself. So another check, and that is a 12, so that is just a success. He avoids encountering any more orcish patrols. So, the magnificent castle of the Duke of Daggerford rears up before you, and you are temporarily awestruck. You don't see buildings of such grandeur every day, panelled with dark timber and trimmed with white paint. This structure is somewhere between a manor and a castle. The front door is shut, and you suspect that there may be many of Kron's soldiers inside, possibly even Kron himself. You realize that the drumming you have been hearing ever since you arrived in Daggerford is now louder than ever. Surely those infernal drums are somewhere around here. It would be good to put a stop to those once and for all. Or perhaps you feel that investigating this house right now is a little too risky. I think that would be the case. Diacrus does have knowledge of a gauntlet that he was told may be beneficial to this. So I think he would probably go and find that first before continuing in the town, as there are a lot of orcs around, and this gauntlet would help with the orcs. So I think it may behoove him to do that. So we have that'll do. So we will return to map B. So where? No, we went to map C. How did we end up at map C? Where's the next? Oh, I see. We found that. In B5 perhaps? I'm just trying to. How did we get to map C without even going anywhere near it? The Ducal Castle gates. Excellent. Yes. Okay, that is how we got there. So, how do we get out of here? So we started in A. And we went to B, as is only fitting. Okay. So the campaign map. Now then, where was? So there's Daggerford, there's the ruins. That one, Black Helm. Okay. Now then, Goblin message. I did not write down And so the 3 horses is there. So, I believe, I want to say it was the ruins, but perhaps it was the Tower of Vraxopharus? I don't think it was Blackhelm. Oh dear. Okay, I will establish where that is shortly. And that will take some time to get to. So, with that, Diacrus takes a little time to find his way out of the out of Daggerford, realizing that with so many enemies of orcish nature around, he may require some assistance to dealing with them, and definitely avoiding the castle for now, as there are a lot of enemies, and he may find other assistance within the town itself later, but doing so will be much easier when he has these gauntlets that he has heard of. So I think that will do for now. There was quite a bit of combat this session, and it was a little bit shorter. Hopefully everything has worked, and well, we shall return next week. As always, thank you very much for watching. Do check out the wonderful folks at Czepeku who make these incredible backgrounds. And of a variety of sorts, animated, and they're constantly creating new ones. So if there's something that you wish to use in your own campaign, do check them out. The link below is an affiliate link, so I will receive a small payment if you sign up for their subscription, and that will help the channel. But obviously there is no need to do so. So with that, thank you again, and we hope to see you here next week at the Infinite Ocean Museum for the continuing adventures of Diacrus and the tales from the Adventurers Guild.